This recipe is the base for a few other ones that are coming later on this summer. Though short, I wanted it to have its own separate video in case you want to reference back to it whenever you need to make pie crust. I use einkorn flour and all-purpose flour. Let's answer a few questions. What is einkorn? In a nutshell, einkorn is an ancient grain that has not been hybridized and is not GMO and has less gluten than regular flour. Why do we care? Many people that I know personally who have gluten sensitivities are able to consume einkorn products without stomach upset. Before turning the page on bread or gluten altogether, I encourage you to give einkorn a chance. Alright, now that we know more about einkorn, let's proceed to the pie crust recipe. I use butter and lard or organic palm shortening. Lard makes baked goods very tender and melt in your mouth. We butchered a pig 2 years ago and rendered some lard at that time. I would not recommend the lard from the store since it has hydrogenated oils added to it. If you don't have access to lard or organic palm shortening or just don't want to do that, this recipe also works with all butter. Now onto technique, we want very cold butter and hopefully cold hands also. Just like you heard me talking when we made scones, the goal is to flatten the butter with your fingers so the thin pieces of cold butter create layers, and as they melt in the oven, they create the flakiest crust. If at any point you feel that the dough is starting to go soft, wrap it and refrigerate it for 20 minutes before working it again. Pie dough lasts a few days in the fridge or a few months in the freezer, so if you're feeling productive one day, you could make a few, place in freezer-safe bags, and just thaw one in the fridge overnight when you need it. Work smarter, not harder. Stay tuned for the next few recipes because we will use this pie dough to make some incredible stuff. In the meantime, check out some of my other videos. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing so you do not miss future videos.